Partner with the agent I trust. In Greater Victoria, I would call the Neal Estate team. Ron can guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline you agree to, or Ron will buy it. Go to ronneal.com and get top dollar for your home.
We begin on the racetrack where last night at Western Speedway, as mentioned, some history was made with the coveted Daffodil Cup on the line. Yes, the engines were roaring all night at the Speedway. Picture-perfect conditions as thousands of fans flocked to the Oval for one of Langford's oldest and biggest annual racing events. Early on featured the non-winged sprint cars, and dwarf cars also hit the track as they set up for the night's main event, the winged sprint cars, which were racing for the Daffodil Cup. These winged sprint cars are scary quick. They hold around 800 horsepower and can reach speeds of 150 miles per hour. So let's get to the main event. A 40-lap race to determine the winner, and early on it's the number 11 car, Dwayne Zeinstra, with a good lead on the rest of the pack, but a crash on the first turn on lap 9 brings out the yellow flag, completely erasing Zeinstra's lead, and that opens the door for Victoria's own Jeff Montgomery, and he takes full advantage. Winds up in the lead around the midway point of the race, and from there on, Montgomery would not look back. He raced a clean second half to win the race by nearly 5 seconds, which in the racing world is quite comfortable, taking home his 5th Daffodil Cup, tying the record held by Scott Amon.
Some of the big names around here back in the 60s and 70s that went to Indy, they all came here to race for this cup, and so it's very, it's the biggest race you can win here on Vancouver Island. It's a big deal. Lots of people come here to watch it. It's a big race in town. There's lots of history here. People come to watch guys race for this cup for the last 30 years, 40 years, and
I know, I should have brought a sweater.
That's our shot. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Do.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna jump the gun here.
Put one out behind one of those
Yeah.
nets over there, right? And where does it throw to? Does it go into the camera, or does it go back?
It goes into the transmitter.
Okay. I'll grab my stuff and prepare to go up to the booth then.
Sure.
How much time do we have left?
6 o'clock, I think.
About 20 minutes. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Scotty.
That's true.
Fans, that is another Emory Electric electrifying play.
Welcome everybody to the Home Run Derby, the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's Championship presented by BC Lotteries. We want to welcome you to Wilson Church Stadium at Royal Athletic Park. This is an official Baseball Canada National Tournament, where we please have all the teams, officials, sponsors, and spectators here taking part. We have many sponsors that we want to make sure we thank right to start off this tournament if we can. First of all, Accent Inns and Hotel Zen, Passion Sports, Spinnakers, Test Track Computers, Victoria Mobile Radio, Collins Barrow, Save-On Foods, Wilson's Transportation, Emory Electric, Mayfair Optometric Clinic, Wallace Riding School, Peninsula Co-op, Savings, Ace Car Rentals, Coca-Cola, Yates Street Tap House, Pacific Western Brewing Company, and the presenting sponsor of the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's Championship is BC Lotteries Corporation, BCLC. We're getting started by thanking our catcher for this home run derby, Jaden Cole. Thanks very much, Jaden, for stepping forward to do this. Not the easiest job when it comes to setting up a home run derby. What we wanted to do this year, we had some fun last year with the home run derby. We did it down the waterfronts and got everybody a chance to see how beautiful the waterfront could be here in Victoria. This year, we decided to get some youth involved, and we set up two different distances for what you see as temporary fences. The closest one is 210 feet. The next one is 240-ish feet. It's set up by one of those Bushnell rangefinders that tournament chair Dave Goffel uses when he golfs so brilliantly. And so we want to bring up these players. We're going to get a chance to have 10 swings and see how many home runs they can hit. 10 swings for the youth players. And leading off from Peninsula Baseball, age 11, Lucas DeGrasse. And again, the rules here for the youth players, 10 swings. 10 swings for each of the youth players. And the pitcher will be Troy Burtwhistle, a member of the now notorious coaching staff of the Victoria Harbor Cats.
Hi everyone, and welcome into Go Live broadcast coverage of the 2018 men's national championships. We start things off with the Home Run Derby, and we have first, before the men's national players get to swing the bats, we have some youth players taking their hacks, trying to hit it over the shorter red fences. As we welcome into Victoria, BC, here at Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park. My name is Mike Edwards, along with Jameson Schultz-Franco, and we're excited for the Home Run Derby here tonight, Jameson, as you watch Lucas Legras from Peninsula Baseball. He's an 11-year-old taking his swings. It's good to be here, Jameson.
Yeah, good to be alongside you today, Mike. Just noting the rules as well. All hitters will have 10 pitches to start things off. Also, we have Troy Birtwistle pitching for the juniors today.
Yes, Troy Birtwistle, the first base coach for the Victoria Harbor Cats of the West Coast League. He will be the third base coach at this tournament for the host Victoria Mavericks. So Lucas Legras has finished his first time up to the plate. Do not believe Lucas was able to get any over the shorter red fences for these youth players. This is going to be Braxton Roger, a 12-year-old from Lake Hill Baseball. And again, Troy Birtwistle doing the pitching on the mound for these youth players. We'll have a handful of youth first getting a chance to swing the bats and try to hit a couple home runs before each team from the men's national entrance will send one hitter to the plate. This one has a chance, and this one is gone. First home run of the Derby for the youth, as Braxton Roger hit that one out to left field over the shorter youth fence for this Derby. Roger sitting on the one homer thus far. A couple pitches left. Remember, each participant for the youth have 10 swings. So they do not have to swing at every pitch, but they do get 10 swings. There is just a ground ball towards left field, trying to get under it. This one is hit pretty well to left, and it'll go as well. Second home run for Roger. Looks like he just has a couple of swings remaining here in his round. Being extra selective, trying to get a good pitch from Troy Birtwistle. And I think that's 10 for Braxton Roger. Nicely done, Jameson, for Roger, hitting 2 home runs and getting us started with the first 2 home runs of the Youth Derby.
There is a bat prize from Prairie Stakes Bats for the winner of this competition.
And he has gone Oppo Taco. Decent swing there from Roger. Starting things off early. And Mike, what a better way to get the community involved, starting things off with the juniors. And now we talked a little bit about how last year they started at Ogden Point. They did this whole event out there, actually. They hired local kayakers to go out and collect the balls. So far, only one from Roger. Now, I believe this is actually a sibling of the last batter, Braxton Roger, both from Lake Hill here. Tough time finding the wall again. One last swing here for Roger. See how he does. Too bad there. Tough luck there, but still tying the score of 1 set by Braxton Roger from Lake Hill.
All right, Jonah Chang is going to be next from Carnarvon Baseball. So we believe that was actually Braxton Roger just hitting, then there's the last batter from Lake Hill. Matt Druin might have been the hitter before whom he hit 2 home runs. Was a bit of a hard time for us, Jameson and I, the broadcasters, trying to track down the names of the youth players beforehand and the order that they were going in. But we do have all of the names of the men's players to follow. So this is Jonah Chang, once again, still looking for his first home run. Troy Birtwistle grabbing a couple more baseballs, trying to get back over the plate. This one's hit pretty well to right, but it won't quite make it over that first red fence down the right field line. Well, Birtwistle is a guy who's no stranger to being on the mound. He actually pitched an inning in an exhibition game late in the season for the Victoria Harbor Cats. It was something I think the Harbor Cats wanted to do to get their first base coach into some exhibition action. There's a nice catch made just back behind second base. Another one lifted out towards second, but it'll fall just short. A couple more swings left for Jonah Chang. 2 more swings. Just got a little underneath that one, popped it up around home plate. This one's hit pretty well, but it's just going to fall short on a line drive. Last swing here for Chang, and it's fouled back. Good effort there by Jonah Chang from Carnarvon, but still, it's Matt Druin in the lead with the 2 home runs he hit. This is going to be Matthew Butler, age 12 from Beacon Hill, and with the call of Butler's at-bat, back to Jameson.
Now Butler stepping up to the mound as a lefty. First lefty of the competition thus far. Now the distance for the juniors being just 210 feet, although for these 12-year-olds, still finding 1 or 2 home runs per batter so far. That one's hit hard to right field. Will it find it? Yes, it will. Just over the line. Well done there by Matthew Butler. Another one opposite field. Will it make it over? Yes, it will. Number 2 for Matthew Butler here. Oh, he's hitting in the groove now. Well done. 3 in a row. Tough time there. Aiming for Troy Birtwistle. Matthew Butler. Oh, questionable take by the fielder there, but just short of the red tape. Great sportsmanship. Good high fives from the guys all around. Now this batter also wearing a Butler jersey. Nice take behind the back there by the outfielder. Not sure if they'll count that swing there. Butler having a tough time getting around. Birtwistle getting the boos from the crowd. Dirty pitching there.
Just an update for you. There was a mistake on the PA system. That last hitter was Reed Clegg from Leyritz Baseball. This now is Matthew Butler. So Clegg is in the lead. He hit 3, I believe, Jameson. 3 home runs in a row to surpass Matt Druin, who hit 2. So right now, Reed Clegg is in the lead. This is Butler. Butler again from Beacon Hill, as you can tell from the orange and black.
4 more swings for Matthew Butler.
4 more swings here for Butler before his at-bat comes to an end. This one is lofted to right, but will fall in foul territory just behind first base. Nice base hit up the middle, but just not quite over top of that home run fence. 2 more swings here for the at-bat by Butler. Another liner. He's hitting the ball hard, just needs to get under it just a little bit more, I think, just to get that extra loft. All right, so Butler, unfortunately unable to get one over the fence in his at-bat, but Reed Clegg still the leader with the 3 home runs.
The leader is Reed Clegg with 3, and this is the last hitter in the Little League category.
This will be the last hitter in the Little League category coming up next year.
This will be Carson Barlow, age 12 from Gordon Head. First one, a line drive down the middle. Barlow getting good contact on that one, but just short of the red tape. To the left field there. Not going to quite make it to the red tape, but still well hit. Well, some would say consistency is key. He's getting good contact off the bat so far. Just fouled behind the catcher there. I believe he only has 4 hits left. He will have to hit at least 3 if he wants to tie. Just short there again in left field. Barlow having a tough time finding the red tape. Watches one go down. Center right field. Just short again. Unfortunate there by Barlow, but still putting in the effort for the last 2 swings here. Tough one going back to the net. Now, last hit here for Barlow. I believe they're giving him 1 extra. See if you can find the distance.
And that's it for Carson Barlow.
Unable to find it, although it is fair. Reed Clegg finding the win with 3 hits. And the crowd's giving him a nice applause here.
Yeah, so Reed Clegg is the winner of the Youth Home Run Derby with the 3 homers. 12-year-old from Leyritz Baseball, so congratulations, Reed Clegg, on warming us up with the Youth Home Run Derby. Good to see some of the young kids come out and have a chance to take the field here at Royal Athletic Park and swing for the red tape. But now they're going to take the red tape off the field, and we'll have a short break before the men's national players step up to the plate. They'll be swinging for the normal home run fence, 310 down the left and right field lines and 390 to center. We'll be back to talk about the Men's National Home Run Derby coming up in just a couple moments' time on Go Live Broadcasts.
Now we have 2 Anthony's players, so this will be fairly quick to get this one decided. We're going to expand it into 10 outs, so more than 10 swings, 10 outs. Leading off in Triangle Baseball, we're going to start with Derek Van Helmert. Derek Van Helmert from Triangle, 14.
Back here in Victoria at Royal Athletic Park. And before the men's national home run derby, we're going to have a bantam derby. So we have the first fence that has been removed for the extra, the younger group. But now we have the bantam level sluggers trying to hit it over the fence. So first we're going to have Derek Van Helvoort of Triangle Baseball. And the rules for this group has been changed to 10 outs. So they get more than just 10 swings. They get the 10 outs. This is, again, Derek Van Helvoort. Still looking for his first. The fence now has been moved back, I believe, to around 240 feet. That's the second of the 2 red tape home run lines. But we had the first group come in to warm us up here on this Wednesday night in Victoria. Now we have the bantam group trying to top what Reed Clegg was able to do, which was put 2 balls over the fence. This one's hit pretty well to left, but I think it's just going to fall short. So Van Helvoort still looking for his first. He has a couple more outs still remaining. That one just fell in short of the fence. Got a little underneath that last one. All right, there's 10 outs for Derek Van Helvoort to start off the bantam group. He was not able to get one over the fence, but he did hit one to pretty deep left center field, right on that warning track. And now we have the next hitter up here in the bantam division. It looks like there's only 2 hitters in this bantam division, and we believe this is Connor Melanson, 15-year-old from Gordon Head.
This is a big jump from 10 swings to 10 outs. So you see a little bit more fatigue in the swing here. The oldest player yet in the competition, Connor Melanson, age 15, as Mike said earlier. Hitting that one to middle right foul territory. And now Melanson needing just 1 home run to win it. Could this be it? It is. It is. He hits it. So that's for the win there, I believe. but he's going to swing out the rest of his 10 outs nevertheless. Flex on them a little bit. An oppo for number 2, I believe, there from Ellenson. That one going deep foul territory, hitting the bar in the crowd. He'll hit another one, same position. Oh, one-hander from the crowd there. A gentleman holding a Gatorade in the other hand. Nice snag there. That one landing just short of the red tape in left field. 2 more for Ellenson here. First one going into right foul territory once again. And to end it off, finding, ooh, has he made it? Oh, hitting the red tape, not sure if they'll count it. So Connor Ellenson, the champion of the Bantam division for the junior home run championships here.
All right, so Connor Melanson wins the Bantam Home Run Derby. Just a quick little event with the 2 hitters getting a chance to swing the bat. But Connor Melanson with those 2 homers. That one right at the end, not sure if they're going to count that as a third, but regardless, he is the Bantam champion. So now we will take a short break before the men's hitters step up to the plate. And we'll get set up for the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championships Home Run Derby coming up in just a few moments' time on Go Live Broadcasts.
It is presented by BC Lotteries Corporation. With Lions organization set up with smokies and hot dogs over there on the concourse. Good lineup if you're going there. The city's concessions going with refreshments. The beer is going as well. Reminder, the game's going tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And as we get set up at the something else, we'll get set up and we'll talk a little bit about the schedule. The opening ceremony is tomorrow night at 6:15 here at Wilson Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park, and then the feature game of the day after the opening ceremony is Victoria Mavericks and the home team against New Brunswick, the Moncton Fisher Cats. Games do get going at 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's wall-to-wall baseball from Thursday morning till Sunday evening, when the gold medal game is at 7 p.m. here at Wilson's Group Stadium. I want to welcome all the teams that have come, all the umpires, the tournament officials from Baseball Canada. Fantastic to have everyone here in Victoria to enjoy this tournament. Looking forward to having a great time here tonight. And then getting things going with the first pitch being thrown at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So players know once this is done, the pickups back to the hotel will be on the exterior outside the gate down the third baseline is where the pickup slot will be. So everybody knows. Third base side outside of the gates. The first hitters here today, our first hitters today in the home run derby will be from New Brunswick. From the Moncton Fisher Cats will be Serge Butchero.
Hi everyone, and welcome back into Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park. My name is Mike Edwards, along with Jameson Schultz-Franco, here with the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championships. And to start it off here on this Wednesday night, the Home Run Derby, a great event to get in the swing of things here for this weekend's tournament. Last year, the Derby was held at Ogden Point, as Jameson was talking about just a little while ago during the Junior Derby. But this year, they've had it scheduled right here at Wilson's Group Stadium. And the short junior fences, the red tape, have been moved off the field. It's now the men's national players stepping up to hit. And they'll be going for the normal yellow home run line on the fence here at Wilson's Group Stadium. 310 feet down both foul lines and 390 to straightaway center. From the Moncton Fisher Cats and Team New Brunswick, it'll be Serge Vatour leading us off. And pitching to him is Greg Hickox. So we'll see how tonight unfolds here and who can come out victorious as the Home Run Derby champion. This is Vautour starting us off with one that fell short in left center. Another one just got a little underneath it. Fly ball to shallow right. Actually a pop-up on the infield. Vautour still trying to get into his rhythm with Greg Hickox pitching to him. Still to confirm as this one's drilled deep to right field, and it is gone. Just tucked it inside the foul pole down the right field line for homer number 1 for Vautour. That one a fly ball to right center field. Another one in the air to right center, but did not hang up nearly high enough. So Vautour still sitting on the 1 home run. This one is popped up, got a little underneath it. 7 outs thus far, recorded by Serge Vautour. So he has 3 outs left to work with. Waiting for his pitch, trying to get it over the plate. This one is hit on a line to right, but it's going to drop in front of the fence. Still the 1 home run for Vautour. Hickox grabs a couple more baseballs. Looks like Vautour in this at-bat has been mostly trying to pull the ball, so he loves those pitches on the inner half of the plate. This one is hit high in the air to right. Will it have enough legs on it? It will. It gets over the fence for another home run. So Vautour has 2, and I believe has 1 out remaining after that one that was popped into foul ground. One more out here for Vautour to work with, trying to work and add to his 2 home runs thus far. This one is going to be in the park to left field, and that'll be it for Vautour. So 2 home runs to start us off here in the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championship Home Run Derby. And so Vautour will go back to the dugout with his 2 home runs. Next up, John Celestino from the Ilderton Red Army. They are the representatives of Ontario 2. Mitch Lumley is pitching to him, and Jameson Schultz-Franco will have this at-bat. Just before the at-bat begins, Jameson, a note on the atmosphere and the air conditions here in Victoria, something to monitor not only tonight, but all weekend long for the duration of the tournament.
Yeah, well, just talking about how the smoke could affect cardio in terms of base running and in the outfield as well. Not so much affecting the home run derby tonight, but we're going to have to take a look on how it affects the games later on in this tournament. Now, affecting air density, we're definitely not scientists, so we can't say that it'll affect how far the ball will go tonight. John Celestino starting off here, just a note. And pitching to him is Mitch Lumley from Ilderton Red Army. That is the Ontario 2 team. Second pitch just short on the left fence.
Just a note for all the fans at home, if you're not familiar with what's been going on in BC, a lot of wildfires, especially in the northern part of the province, but as well some on Vancouver Island, some on the mainland. As this one is drilled deep to left field, and it is over the fence for a home run, number 1 for John Celestino. But all these wildfires and the wind has blown a lot of the smoke overhead here in Victoria, and really around much of the Pacific Northwest. This one is, I think, in the park to left center, and it will stay in for John Celestino, who's still sitting on the 1 home run. But again, the air quality has been a bit of a concern. There was an air quality warning issued this week in Victoria, but as of right now, we are planning to have the full tournament of games go on as scheduled. And I guess the good news is, as Celestino hits this one to left field, but short of the fence, still the 1 homer for him. The good news, though, I think, Jameson, is that baseball obviously is not that much of a sport that's heavy on cardio. Guys, of course, are running the bases and trying to track down fly balls in the outfield and such, but a lot of time to rest. Not too much heavy breathing, I wouldn't think. So the games are all 7 innings at this tournament. And the good news is that I think the teams will be in and out. They won't have to be out on the field the whole all day long. So they'll be able to get a chance to get inside and rest from the air. So Celestino finishes with the 1 home run. That means Serge Vautour is still in the lead with his 2 long balls to lead us off. Next will be Cam Goddard from the Tecumseh Thunder. And pitching for Tecumseh, I'll let Jameson say who's pitching for Tecumseh.
Well, he goes by the name of the franchise. We don't actually know his real name, but Mike and I were thinking that it was going to be something to save his ERA.
We think it's Eric Cunningham. He is wearing his number 3 jersey, which is what he's listed on the roster. We think Eric Cunningham is pitching, but we're not sure. When we went to ask him, when we got somebody to go ask who was pitching for Tecumseh, all we got back was the franchise. So he is pitching, and as Jameson just said, I think our theory is that he might want to save his ERA a little bit with all the home runs that he is hoping that Cam Goddard will hit off him.
Now, talking about the atmosphere a little bit more here, involving the smoke, a little bit of an eerie afternoon here in Victoria, the smoke covering the majority of the sky here. As that one goes to shallow left field. Cam Goddard, I believe the second lefty of this men's National Home Run Derby here in 2018 at Royal Athletic Park. Now the franchise, his pitch is not looking too good thus far. Cam Goddard still having a swing at that one, although it was a little high and inside. Now just a note about the franchise's fashion. It looks like as though he has some dyed hair down the middle. The franchise, not such a questionable name choice, but some hair choice, not so solid there. Definitely be looking more into that some more as the tournament goes on. That one hit deep to right field, not quite making the fence, but definitely looked like it.
Goddard coming close on that last one, still sitting on the 0 thus far. So Serge Vautour hit the 2 home runs as the first hitter of the Derby. John Celestino hit 1. Goddard still looking for his first as this one is blasted to deep right, and this ball is gone. So there's number 1 for Goddard to get him on the board. Still has a couple outs remaining, trying to tie up Serge Vautour with the 2 home runs. The franchise still pitching to him, trying to give him some nice little meatballs over the plate. Just got over top of that one. 2 outs left here for Goddard. And he is making sure he swings selectively at those pitches. This one is not going to make it out. One more out here for Goddard to work with. And he still has the 1 home run. He needs to make that out count. This one into center field and will not make it out. Shallow center. So Goddard ends with the 1 home run, along with John Celestino with 1. So we will not have a Home Run Derby champion from Ontario, as both Ontario teams have come up, and Celestino with the 1, Goddard with 1. The Ilderton Red Army, representative of Ontario 2, and the Tecumseh Thunder, representing Ontario 1. So it's still Serge Vautour in the lead with 2 home runs from the Moncton Fisher Cats and Team New Brunswick. And Jameson will tell you who is next from the province of Quebec.
Up at bat, we have Jonathan Jones, and I'm definitely going to botch this name, but J.L. Blaquier is pitching. Quebec traveling from obviously very far out east, making the trek. Now Jones just watching a few pitches here from Blaquier. The ball collection staff out in the left field is hanging quite left. No one on the right there, so Apo Taco is apparently out of the question here for Jones. As he watches the first pitch go through once again. That one hit high but shallow right field. Blaquier being a little bit more selective with his pitching than the franchise.
Yeah, I think Jones here just trying to work on his timing first before he starts swinging away. That was hit solidly, but didn't quite get underneath it enough. That one is hit well to left as well, but it'll one-hop the wall. So a couple of good swings there by Jones, just trying to get underneath the ball that little bit more to loft it over the fence. But as you mentioned, Jameson, he has been selective, so he has not used up too many of his outs. I believe that's just 3 or 4 outs he's used up. Still looking for his first home run. This one has a chance to deep left field, and it is gone. Off the scoreboard for Jones. And he is on the board with 1.
Now Jones, not a huge target to beat in 2 here, although most batters so far looking quite fatigued early on. Jones smacking one to left field. Same distance here. Will it go? Yes, it will. That one going quite high off the net. Just a little to the right of the last one he hit. Another one. Oh, not quite. A little early on the call there, my bad. Jones looking quite solid with some decent consistency thus far. Jones stepping off after a little break there. Definitely searching for left field hits here. Finding good contact on the majority of them thus far.
Yeah, Jones definitely trying to pull the ball. That's been clear. This one, is it going to hang up? It will just hit off the top of the wall. Did not quite make it out. You can tell that Jones, when he came up to the plate, had a strategy in mind. He had a good plate approach, and it's paid off for him. He's tied here with Surge Vetur with the 2 home runs, with 1 out remaining to try to make it 3 home runs here for his round. This one has a chance. It's hit a little high to left center field, trying to take on the deepest part of the park, and it's gone. Just crept over the wall in left center, and Jones moves into the lead with 3 home runs. This one's drilled to deep left. Will it stay fair? It will not. That was a foul ball, and so that's the final out for Jones. But a successful at bat for him. He had 3 long balls in that sequence to move him alone into first place ahead of Surge Vetur. Jonathan Jones from Quebec is your leader after 4 hitters in this home run derby. Next up from Team BC and the Coquitlam Angels, it's Curtis Malm. Kyle Iwata is pitching to him. So here comes Malm to hit. He'll, like Jones, he'll look at a few first, get his timing down. But starting the intensity, starting to heat up a little bit here as we approach the middle part of this derby. That one came inside and actually hit Malm. There's a swing and a miss. Not sure if swings and misses count as outs. Not 100% sure on that, but that one was fouled back, so it will be an out for Malm.
And not so sure about the quality of batting here from Malm yet, although he is sporting one of many mustaches that we will see in this tournament thus far. Malm looking good to start off, although being hit by the first pitch there from Iwate. That one fouling deep right again, shallow right, check that. Having a hard time getting off the mound here, getting off to a good start. Malm, that one going just short in right field, but he's got 6 outs thus far. That one hit solidly to left field, a little too high, and it will be collected by the staff in left field. Curtis Malm with 2 outs to go. Looking to find his first home run still here tonight. And not a bad time to be picky, because he's going to be looking to find his first home run thus far. Malm unable to find it. I believe they will give him one more. Here's that one hard to center field. Not quite finding the distance, but 390 feet is a ways to hit. Good effort there from Curtis Malm.
Yeah, I think Malm just really got off to a slow start, could never find his rhythm at the plate with the swing. So he is held off the board, and now we'll have from Team Newfoundland, we'll have Troy Croft getting a chance to hit, and pitching to him is Mike O'Neill. Now, Croft has the distinction. He holds the distinction of being the oldest player in the tournament at 45 years of age, so he is the elder statesman in the 2018 Men's National Championship, and he is going to get a chance to swing the bat here in the Home Run Derby. Remember, the current leader with 3 is Jonathan Jones of Quebec. And I think, Jameson, fair to say that Jones has looked the most prepared coming to the plate with a strategy in mind, trying to make sure he doesn't get fatigued. Some of the players, I think, just they see a pitch and will try to swing at it and hit it out. But Jones seemed to want to take strategic breaks in between, take some pitches, make sure his timing was good. And it paid off for him because he used his outs wisely. This one has a chance down the right field line, and it is just going to fall in short of the fence. So Croft coming close, hitting that one a one-hopper to the wall in right. Still, I think, with 6 or 7 outs to go. This one is also to right field, but it will be caught in right by the ball kid over there. Once again, as we've seen by many of the hitters to this point in the Derby, Croft trying to pull the ball, and that the little kid in right with the blue hoodie on seems to have figured that out. This one is also to right field, and I think he's going to get another chance to make a play, and he will make the play. The other group of 4 or 5 kids standing in right center, they're waiting for some action, but maybe they need to join their buddy in right, who has had all the action thus far in this Croft at bat.
2 more outs remaining.
And Croft now with 2 outs remaining. You can see O'Neill here with a little bit of a slower pitching attack, taking the pace off the ball here. Not quite working out the way it's been planned, I suppose, for Croft. As another pitch goes to the kid in the blue hoodie. Getting some serious action tonight in right field. And 1 out left here for Croft. Let's see how he does.
Jameson, I know we're here to talk about the home runs and the hitters at the plate, but I got to say, the blue hoodie kid has done a nice job fielding some of those deep fly balls. Look pretty confident. And some good throws back in, too, to second base as well from him. So Croft, unfortunately, held off the board here in his at-bat, but
Our leader still is Jonathan Jones.
the leader still for Quebec, Jonathan Jones, with 3 home runs.
On deck are the
And
Sooners. They drop now for the Red Deer Ringers, Levi Moon.
Levi Moon will be next from the Red Deer Riggers. So we are halfway done here. We have the contestant from Red Deer, Levi Moon, then the Sydney Sooners. Victoria Mavericks will send 2 hitters up to the plate to take part in the Derby, Charlie Strandland and Lanny Burrows. The Mavericks are the host team here in Victoria. So it's been an entertaining Derby thus far, with Jonathan Jones the leader with the 3 home runs. Now it'll be Levi Moon, who first will take a look at a couple of pitches before he starts to swing the bat. Some of the ball kids in the outfield now starting to drift over more to right field, as the first pitch is grounded there by Moon. This one hit on a line. That last one he popped up, so he's still trying to find the right contact point on the baseball with a ground ball, then a line drive, then a pop-up. Just trying to get underneath it just at the right spot. Powerful swing, though, as you can see from Moon. He really swings the bat with a lot of velocity. Another liner into right field. This one a little bit of a later swing and popped up to left. Moon, I believe, with 6 outs remaining. This one has a chance to deep right field, and looking up are the ball kids. It's gone. So home run number 1 for Levi Moon. This one is yanked down the right field line and will not get out. Another one, a little pop up too high by Moon. So I think 2 more outs left for Moon, and the 1 home run to this point. So he needs a late rally here to have a chance to tie or move ahead of Jonathan Jones. Just the one out, I think, left for Moon. And that one is not going to get the job done. One more out, I believe, now. Moon not quite out of outs yet, but this will be his last out. Just lost track there for a moment. This one is drilled to right, but a little too low. And that'll be it for Levi Moon, the one home run for him. He did get off the mark with the one long ball. And so Moon finishes with one. Next is Jordan Shepard from the Sydney Sooners and Team Nova Scotia.
Now, Mike, also the Manitoba Oak River Dodgers had some traveling troubles earlier on today, so they're unable to make it for tonight's home run derby. So we're skipping next to the Sydney Sooners, as you said, all the way from Nova Scotia. Just going back again, Mike, to the kid in the blue hoodie. I'm not sure the rule on the injuries in this tournament, but I'm sure the managers from each teams are keeping an eye on this kid for sure. A few solid snags in deep right. And really good movement, I'd say, all around. As you can see, he's really trekking across the field from right to left and left to right.
Yeah, and then he's clearly got the baseball IQ too. As soon as he saw that the next hitter here, Jordan Shepard, was a righty, he booked it all the way to left field, and he's now the furthest into left field of any of the ball kids. So he knows where to go. He knows where these hitters want to hit it. This one is lofted into shallow center, as Jordan Shepard still trying to find his first home run. This one is hit on a line to left center field over the head of the blue hoodie kid. And hey, he's become the star of the show here in this home run derby. But still a couple of hitters left trying to top Jonathan Jones and his 3 home runs. And still it's Serge Vautour who is in second place with his 2. And Vautour started us off with those 2 as the first hitter in the men's derby. This one is lofted to left, a little too high. Now a ground ball to left field. Still trying to find the right contact on the ball. Another high fly ball to left center. This will not come close to threatening the fence. This one is drilled deep to left. It has a chance, and it is over the fence, a home run. So homer number 1 for Jordan Shepard. Liner into left field will fall in, but just one more out left for Shepard. This one's pulled in the air to left field, and that will not quite make it. So just the one for Jordan Shepard. By the way, it was Kenny Long doing the pitching for Shepard in that at-bat. And it looks like we will have a hitter from Team Manitoba. The late arrivals, Ty Paddock, will get a chance to hit. So fortunate there for the Manitoba team, which is represented by the Oak River Dodgers, that they were able to just get here in time to have one of their hitters come up to the plate. So Ty Paddock will get a chance to swing the bat for Manitoba. Still, Jonathan Jones, with his 3 home runs, is in the lead.
And yet another lefty, so we'll see what the kid in the blue hoodie decides to do this time. And just to recap, so far we have one man with 3 hits, just Jonathan Jones from Quebec. One with 2, I believe, that was Serge Vautour on the Moncton Fisher Cats. And we have a plethora of hitters that have only hit 1 home run thus far. And will you look at that? Who is the first guy in the right field? That is the man, the kid, with the blue hoodie. What an IQ on that kid. Impressive stuff, really. Now we have a decent turnout tonight at Royal Athletic Park here. We last year at Ogden Point, we didn't actually cover the game on live broadcasts because it's hard to set up on the ocean. the kayakers definitely had a good time. Apparently, with some wind in the air, the balls were moving left and right with no consistency whatsoever. And the boys marking the home run distance. Definitely a good opportunity for tourism in Victoria as well, though.
Yeah, and if you have been to Ogden Point, you'll know that it's a very windy spot right on the, not quite the open ocean. There is the Strait of Juan de Fuca in between Victoria and Washington State, the mountains over there that take away some of the wind, but there is still a fair bit of gusts over at Ogden Point. So last year it was an event for sure. This is Ty Paddock with one more out, and he's going to flip around and he's going to bat from the right side now. So we'll see if he can get one over here. This one has a chance to deep left field. Is it going to go? It will not. It'll just fall short. That would have been something had Ty Paddock flipped around to the right side and hit a home run. But unfortunately for Paddock, he just could not quite muscle that one over the wall. So we are now moving right along in this home run derby, and we have two hitters left, both from the host Victoria Mavericks. Charlie Strandland first, and then Lanny Burrows. Strandland here striding to the plate. Pitching to him will be Duncan Blades. But just back to the Derby last year at Ogden Point, it was certainly a great event and a unique opportunity for the National Committee to make the Derby right out there on the ocean with the kayakers and all that. But this year, I think they went with the more traditional ballpark Derby, and that made it possible for us to bring to you here tonight on Go Live Broadcast. Still Jonathan Jones the leader with 3 home runs. I got to say, though, had Paddock been able to hit that one out, stepping over to the right side of the plate, that should have counted as, I'd say, about 3. What do you think?
I would definitely add him to my list of big men of the day. Number 1 being the kid in the blue hoodie, for sure. Now, Charlie Strandland stepping up to the plate here as Duncan Blades is pitching to him. He will see the first one off as it goes a little high and inside. Now, some would say it's a little bit of an unfair advantage of the home team, but I believe this is actually, it happens every year that the home team gets two batters. So it's not just an unfair advantage. It's actually just a tradition. Strandland watching the next one go a little high. That one deep to left field. Will it make it over the fence? Not quite. Just a one hopper there hitting the fence. That one fouling just behind the plate there. Actually fair. Now we haven't seen any batters come up to the plate yet with the plan that Jonathan Jones came up with. He definitely had the most consistency in his hit out of any of the batters that I've seen today. What do you think about that, Mike?
Yeah, Jones, you could tell he had a plan right when he came to the plate. But I think it's a fine line, right? You want to get into a rhythm, and once you are in a rhythm, you want to try to hit as many as you can. As Strandland hits one deep to left, and this will go. Homer number 1 for Charlie Strandland, and did he just hit another one? Left field has a chance, and gone. Number 2 for Strandland, and he is heating up, and that's good timing for Strandland with right what I was talking about, the fact that once you get in that rhythm, you want to keep swinging and hitting them out, but at the same time, you want to avoid the fatigue of taking a bunch of swings in a row. But it did seem that Jonathan Jones had the right balance of that. This one is a high fly ball to left center field, a little too much underneath it, and it's caught in left center. This one drilled down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is a foul ball. So just being denied that tying home run was Strandland, and that is out number 10. So he just fell short. That certainly had home run distance on it, that last one that tailed foul. But a valiant effort for Strandland, who finishes with 2. He had those 2 back-to-back home runs when he just caught the hot hand at the plate. But now it's going to be up to Lanny Burrows of the Victoria Mavericks. He has to hit 3 to tie Jonathan Jones or 4 to win the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championship Home Run Derby.
Now, I'm not sure of the rules if there would be a tie break, but I would assume that it'd be a sudden death. We don't do any splitting of trophies here. Lenny Burrows starting off with a decent hit to center field there, dropping quite short of the fence. But as Mike said, it is up to him to challenge Jonathan Jones. Watching another pitch go by Connor Mountain there.
And I think the timing just a little off at the moment for Burrows. You would think that, like the other hitters, he would be trying to try to pull the ball, but he's going to have to get on a run here. And that one grounded through the hole, but on the ground to left. A couple more outs remaining here for Burrows. Popped back out of play. So Jonathan Jones is looking good here, unless Burrows can get on a big run here to conclude his at-bat. This one has a chance to deep left field. And I don't think that one quite made it out. Just in the smoke, lost track of where that one was headed. Burrows connects on this one to left, but it'll fall short of the fence. So that's going to be it here for the Home Run Derby at the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championships. They're going to have a final round here.
Along with Charlie Stradlin, the Victoria Mavericks, both those guys had 2 home runs. And Jonathan Jones with 3 home runs. He got to go last on the final. And what we're also going to do is an overall total for home runs.
All right, so we've just heard on the PA system that how this is going to work. They're going to make a 3-contestant final. Jonathan Jones, obviously, with the 3 in the first round, is into the final. But John Celestino will also get a chance to hit, who hit 2 home runs. And Charlie Stradlin as well from the Victoria Mavericks, who hit 2. And I think I can just see, I think that's Serge Vautour. Yeah, Serge Vautour hit 2 as well. So he is going to get into the final. It's a 4-hitter final. Vautour will hit first. He had 2 in the first round. So did John Celestino, and so did Charlie Stradlin, all with 2. And the leader with 3 is Jonathan Jones. So how this is going to work, these 4 hitters will get another chance here in the second round as they expand the format. 10 more outs each when they step up to the plate. But it is going to be decided by the cumulative total. So Jones does not start but with 0 in this round. He starts with his 3, which means he has a 1 home run lead on everybody to start the round. So we thought that Jones might have been crowned the champion of the Derby, but we have 1 more round left, Jameson, and we're looking forward to it here as Serge Vautour gets set for his at-bat in the final round.
And interesting to watch here as well, if CF Jones approaches with the same plan that we assumed that he approached the first round with. And we'll see what differences other batters approach with as well, now seeing what the conditions are like and the distance of the field as well. Vautour taking his time here as they're collecting a few of the balls in center field. Impressive collection from the kids in the outfield as well.
And I know, Jameson, it is just, of course, a fun event to get the tournament started. It doesn't mean a whole lot, the Home Run Derby, but I think it would be a bit of a statement for Quebec and Jonathan Jones if he can, in fact, go on to win this Derby. Because if you were with us last year, you'll know that Quebec was not in the tournament last year. They did not send a team. There were 2 teams from Alberta. The Red Deer Riggers were one of them, who are back. They are Alberta's lone representative here in 2018. But Quebec is back in here this year, and they're trying to really announce their presence back in the tournament. What better way to do it than by sending a guy up in Jonathan Jones and winning the Home Run Derby?
And I think just adding to the fun of starting the tournament as well with the Home Run Derby. Obviously, it gets a little competitive just because of the nature of the sport. But definitely a good way to get the crowd involved as well. The admission for this event being a little cheaper than the price of a game. Just really, in fact, to get the local crowd involved. And you can definitely hear that in the cheers for the two Victoria Mavericks players. Vautour starting off here with the first one fouled to right. And Greg Hickok still pitching for him here, I believe. That one smoked to right field. Hooked definitely for a big homer. Good way to start things off there. 1 home run and 3 outs thus far for Vautour. That one a little high. The crowd starting to get a little more into it as well, which is good to see. That one smoked. Another one. Will it go? Yes, it will. Number 2 for Vautour here. Off to a solid start of a total of 4. A little bit more of a presence here from Vautour in the second round. Obviously not an easy job starting off the whole home run derby for the men here. That one finding somewhere in the middle of the field.
Yeah, no, you're right, James. It isn't easy being the first guy to come up to hit, but Vautour hit his 2 home runs, got his place in the final. This one has a chance to deep right, and it is gone as well. 3 home runs in the round and 5 overall for Serge Vautour, who has taken the lead with the 5 total, and that puts the pressure on Jonathan Jones, who will hit last in this final round, because he's still sitting on the 3 he hit in the first round. So again, Jameson and I, we did not know that there was going to be this extra final round, but it's a nice wrinkle they've added to it. This one hooking, it is gone. Another one for Serge Vautour. And he has 1 out remaining. This one is going to be popped up. So a nice round, really nice round for Serge Vautour. They almost forgot to include him in this final round. He had to wave up to the press box and say, hey, I had the 2 home runs, remember, in that first. But what a job by him. He has 6 in total, 2 in the first round, 4 in the second. So 6 now total home runs is the number to beat for Serge Vautour. And next is John Celestino from Ontario 2 and the Ilderton Red Army. Pitching to him once again is Mitch Lumley.
Now, the Tecumseh Thunder unable to make it, so we will not see the hair of the franchise again, sadly, in the second round here. Although, a little bit more of a performance going on here from the batsmen. Batters, excuse me, that's a cricket term. And the staff in the left field there moving over from the right. As first one is hooked left. Not quite making the fence, but a one-hopper there. This is John Celestino, I believe. Still pitching is Mitch Lumley. Having a little trouble with the ball collection here as balls are being scattered all over the ballpark.
That's 2 outs for John Celestino.
2 outs for John Celestino thus far. And we're actually going to have 4 batters in this second round here, and I believe that's including Jonathan Jones from Quebec. We'll have to see here. John Celestino hitting that one deep to center field, but not quite enough to clear the fence. Still looking for a big tater here. That one just short once again. Now, what a way to start off for Serge Vautour here. Hey, Mike, 4 in the second round, 2 in the first. And definitely hooking a lot to deep right field. The crowd getting really into it, and a good way to start the second round for sure.
Yeah, he did have some crowd support. It sounded like a couple of his home runs, there were some guys on his side. Of course, his teammates cheering him on. But here, John Celestino still trying to find his first home run of the round. He had 2 in the first, and he has 1 out left to get 4 home runs to pull him into a tie with Vautour. This one is drilled deep left, and it has a chance. It is gone.
1 home run.
So Celestino will not be shut out in this second round, but he needs 3 more here. This one popped up, and that'll do it for Celestino. So he did hit the 1 right at the end for 3 in total, 2 in the first round, 1 in the second. He finishes with 3. So next up will be Charlie Strandland from the Victoria Mavericks. He'll get a chance here to hit after hitting 2 home runs. They were back-to-back home runs in the first round. He got into that quick little rhythm where he went bang, bang, right, one after another. Just was able to launch them pretty much to the same spot over the fence. And they weren't wall scrapers either. They were well over the fence. He clearly has the pop in his bat. Just needs to get into that rhythm once again with his pitcher, which is Duncan Blades. But no matter what, it's going to be a tough test for both Strandland and Jones to match Surge Vautour's 6 total home runs. Strandland needs 4. Jones, to follow after 3 in the first round, will need 3 to tie.
And Strandland definitely going to need some more of that heat of smacking a few in a row here. Tough break from the kid in the blue hoodie there, unable to make the catch. Strandland, definitely you can see he's aiming for that same area that he found earlier on in mid to left field. That one hit into shallow center. That one line drive down the left line. Strandland looking to find his rhythm here. Looking as though he's not able to get some solid contact, just taking a second to regain his contact here.
Yeah, Strandland, I think, just taking a step out of the batter's box to reset himself, and it looks to have worked as this one's drilled to left, and it's gone. So there's homer number 1 in the round, and he tries to get on another run here as he did in that first with back-to-back shots. That one, though, was a little too low. This one has plenty of distance, and it's gone as well.
2 more home runs for
Strandland in this round for 4 total. He needs 2 more to tie.
3 more outs to go.
And he has 3 more outs. 3 outs for 2 home runs. This one should do it. It's out, it's deep, and it's gone. Needing 1 more now, still 3 outs to go. That one won't get the job done. A pop-up into shallow center.
2 outs to go.
5 total for Strandland. He'll take a couple pitches here as he tries to get something he likes over the plate. And he, like pretty much all the hitters we've seen in the Derby, trying to pull the ball to left field. This one is hit high in the air to left, but will not get out. And that's going to be it for Charlie Strandland. A valiant effort, the closest anybody has come to Serge Vautour. And so Strandland sits in second place now with 5. Serge Vautour with 6 total home runs. And the last challenger here is Jonathan Jones of Quebec. He hit 3 in the first. And he's going to need at least that many here in round 2 to send us on further to a tiebreaker. But Jones, we did see him with the more patient approach. We'd expect him, because it worked for him in that first round, to do so again. But he is going to need to get hot at some point to have a chance to equal Vautour.
Yeah, Jones, I would say, definitely being the man of the hour thus far. Although Vautour giving him a run for his money, Jones will have to find 3 again in this round, which didn't actually look too difficult in the first round. So we'll see how he does here. Blaquier, definitely some solid pitching, probably the most consistent pitching that we've seen today.
Yeah, you're right, Jameson, and definitely goes under the radar in these home run derbies. At whatever level you see it, it could be even the Major League home run derby. The pitchers, there's a lot of pressure on them because they know they have to throw strikes, to throw it precisely in the location that the hitters want it, right in that wheelhouse. But Blaquier did do a nice job setting up Jones with some nice ones over the plate. Jones as well, you can tell he has a lot of pop in his bat, and it's easy power too. He does not swing the bat overly hard. He just kind of lets the bat do the work. He has a nice easy swing, and he has plenty of power to boot. So he had 3 in the first round, needs 3 more here in the second round to tie Serge Vautour, or 4 to win the Derby. And he is going to start out by taking a pitch from Blaquier.
And one thing to note as well, that Jones definitely not being a little man. He stands at 6'5", one of the tallest players in the tournament for sure, actually. And Quebec's lineup looking quite tall this year as well. We'll talk more about that as their games begin. I believe they're actually kicking off the tournament tomorrow at 9 a.m. here at Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park. Starting things off at 9 a.m. versus Newfoundland. Yeah. So Jones finding the left field there, not quite over the fence, but finding the blue hoodie kid once again.
Yeah, Jones needs to start to get going here. This one has a chance, a high fly ball to left, and it will go. So homer number 1 in the round for Jones as he is off the mark. He needs 2 more here to tie Serge Vautour. This one is drilled deep to left field, no doubt about it. It's gone. That's number 5 as Jonathan Jones tries to equal Serge Vautour with 1 more, or perhaps 2, to give him the win here in this home run derby. Jones a little behind on that swing. Couldn't fully extend. Still sitting on those 5 homers, those 2 quick ones right back to back, and they were both well over the wall. This one is a bullet to left, but not high enough. Jones once again being patient at the plate, taking some pitches here and there. This one is a high fly ball to left center. Don't think this will be quite deep enough. And it is not. It takes a bounce on the warning track. So Jones coming close. This one to the similar spot, and again, I don't think that's going to do it. Blue hoodie kid ranging back for it. Oh, just let that one fell in. First error of the day for the blue hoodie kid. He has been flawless to this point. 1 out remaining, and Jones needs a home run, and he's going to be patient here to wait for his pitch. This one has a chance. Got a little underneath it. I don't think it's deep enough, and Serge Vautour is going to win the home run derby here in 2018. Well, Jonathan Jones hit the 3 in the first round. He had a great first round, which was the most of any player. Serge Vautour, though, coming from behind with the 2 in the first round and 4 in the second to be crowned champion of the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championship Home Run Derby as Jones and Vautour shake hands. And we'll have a presentation of the award to Vautour here in just a moment.
Now, Mike and I will be joining you for the remainder of the tournament here at Wilson's Group Stadium at Royal Athletic Park. We'll definitely be supplying the throat lozenges for Mr. Mike Edwards here, and hopefully for myself as well.
Certainly, the throat lozenges are in order. Lots of games coming up. The vocal cords need a little boost, I think, and we're looking forward to it, though. We're looking forward to bringing you all 17 games of the tournament that are being played here at Wilson's Group Stadium starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. between Newfoundland and Quebec. We'll see if Jonathan Jones of Quebec can get off the board and hit a home run that actually counts for some runs in the game tomorrow. So with that, we thank you for tuning in tonight for the fun start to the 2018 Baseball Canada Men's National Championships in Victoria, BC. The Home Run Derby champion is Serge Vautour this year, and we will be back with you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., an early start to the tournament, and we will get things underway here from Victoria. Thanks for tuning in tonight on Go Live Broadcast. We'll see you tomorrow morning.